Welcome back to another episode. This time we are in Miami, 11 days away. We have the new ATR period starting, so we'll be able to design our new front wing. Obviously, we won't have it ready for Miami, but we will be able to start that design. If you have a look at the constructors, 63 points. We're about 11 points away from Mercedes. We can close that gap, but we need a strong performance. Oh, we've actually finished the design for an underfloor, so we might actually have an upgrade for Miami. It's 5 days away. Let's have a look. Go on to manufacture. Underfloor. Can we get this in before Miami? We can get it in for one car. So we'll have a new upgrade for one of the cars, just not both of them for Miami. We're putting a lot of hours into it. So you can see... Oh, you can't actually see on the right-hand side. So let me move that really quick. We've got 3.1 CFD hours and 48 wind tunnel hours. So we are putting a lot of effort into this front wing. I pressed the wrong button there. We're putting a lot of effort into this front wing. So if we get this upgrade in, which we will in 34 days, I think this will be a huge upgrade for our car. Could help us get further race wins. In a few days' time, when this research comes in, we'll start a new design project and use up the rest of those CFD hours for that. But no, I think this could be a big upgrade, which will help us push us further up the grid. I wish I could say Q1 was a breeze, but it wasn't exactly that. I mean, Magnussen was very close to getting knocked out. He was about half a tenth from the cutoff zone. So I guess this track isn't really suited for our car. Gasly only getting P8. You can see the Alfa Romeo of Daniel Ricciardo ahead of us, and we're quite a way off of a Mercedes. So not the best Q1 session. You did see that it is supposed to rain at some point in this session. We did have a 90% confidence setup with Gasly, and we changed it just before qualifying, and it's somehow gone down. So I've made a bit of a mistake there. All right, both our cars are out. You see Hamilton, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Ocon. Okay, most people bring their cars out 4 minutes until the rain. Don't hold me up. I've definitely been held up there. At least Gasly has been. But Magnussen's coming across to do his lap. Gasly's been held up big time. He's going to get knocked out because of it. He's going to get knocked out because of it. It is raining, though. I think he might be okay. We both got held up. I think we might have just dodged a bullet there. Holy cow. Magnussen P8, Gasly P10. Both got held up on their laps, and it is absolutely chucking it down. Bottas did not get his lap in time. Perez or Leclerc didn't. So they're both going to be knocked out as long as it keeps raining. All right, both our drivers are out there. Gasly's the first one. Magnussen is the fifth. Get our laps in before the rain. Potentially, we could be on pole. I mean, Sainz has done his lap, so we're not going to be. But we could be in the front row. Oh, we're going to be third, I think. The rain has started. Magnussen currently sixth. Gasly currently third. I don't think Russell's going to do anything to harm it. No, he gets up to P3. Even with the rain coming down, he gets P3. It's looking like a fourth and a seventh, which is still pretty solid. It is still pretty solid. It's going to rain throughout the session, so we can't change that. But P4 and P7, I think, is a good result. Gasly will be able to fight for a podium from that position. I don't think it's going to rain in the race, which is a little bit disappointing. It's always fun to have mixed conditions. But Magnussen P7, I think we could score some good points. I really do. Cars are going out in the damp conditions. I don't know why. But P4 and P7, let's see what we can do in the race. Hards, mediums. If we want to go for the two-stop. We could go for the one-stop, mediums to hards. I think that's probably the best bet. I think we could do a one-stop around here. We'll go mediums to hards for both drivers. If a safety car comes out, then that obviously changes everything. But we'll go mediums to hards for both drivers. We'll tell them to attack off the start. Try and make a couple places up. Maybe Gasly can get into the top three. But yeah, we'll do one stop for both drivers. We might as well. They're both in a good position, but obviously you have I think it's Bottas, Leclerc, and Perez, I think, back there. They're going to be trying to make their way through the pack. So we've got to try and make sure we get ahead of Hamilton and Ricciardo, especially with Kevin Magnussen. So we're going to watch Kevin Magnussen at the start. Not the best of starts. Gasly holds on to P4. Can Magnussen have a go at these two cars as they're going side by side? What can you do, K-Mag? Can you get a move done? Ricciardo staying ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Gasly staying ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. Now, I don't know how there's already a gap out front, but there is. Can we capitalize from this? Can we capitalise from this? Pierre Gasly, the front two are on mediums. George Russell on the hards. Go around the outside. It turns into the inside. What a move that is. Has he made it stick, though? Yes, he has. He's ahead of George Russell. Magnussen stuck behind Lewis Hamilton. But Gasly getting away, which is a great start for him. And we'll see if Magnussen can move up the grid. Can he go down the inside of Lewis Hamilton here? Here's a good chance. Late on the brakes. Down the inside he goes, up in a P6. So good start from both our drivers. If you can get past the next two drivers, that'd be great, because they're both on the hard compound tyre. He's already got past Daddy Rick. Can he get past George Russell at the next opportunity? We're going to sit right behind him. We're going to try and do it down the next long straight. Gasly is behind the two race leaders. And oh my God, he was thinking about a move. But Magnussen is going to go for a move around the outside of George Russell with chucked on overtake. Yes, he is. He's making up moves at the earliest opportunity. Inside to the outside. Has he got the move done? Yes, he has. Magnussen up in a P4. What a start this is for both Haas drivers. Magnussen could not hold on to the front runners, so he's dropped behind 4 seconds behind the leaders. Gasly, on the other hand, he's definitely going to be fighting for a race win. He's with Carlos Sainz over Max Verstappen, literally just sitting there, running light in his tyres so he can preserve them a little bit. We don't care that the Ferrari is gone past. We're just preserving our tyres. Magnussen is getting caught by the train of Russell, Hamilton, and Ricciardo, which isn't ideal. I wish he could maybe lean. Maybe we'll lean on the tyres a little more and we'll switch to that two-stop strategy just to stay out of that DRS window, because we're dropping a lot of time to the cars behind. I don't like it. Tell you what, it hasn't worked. Magnussen, he hasn't got the pace. He hasn't got the pace. Granted, Gasly has the upgrade. Magnussen does not. Oh, crap. Gasly's actually dropping out of that range. We're actually going to have to push just a little bit. Make sure we stay with the front two drivers. That's the last thing we need, is Gasly to drop out of this battle for the lead. He's in for a race win here. Gasly is in for another race win this season. Sector 1, another yellow flag. Not sure what that's about. There's no safety car out on track, so we're not too bothered, as we're still trying to go light in our tyres. It is Lance Stroll. Magnussen dropping down to P5. He's in the fight for P4, but if we want to stick to that one-stop strategy, we're going light on the tyres. He has to stay with George Russell, and he's already losing track of him. He's dropped down behind Daniel Ricciardo now. So trying to go light on the tyres just to save him a little bit, but he just doesn't have the pace. He's dropped too far behind the two in front. He just does not have the pace. Verstappen into the pits. Sainz is about to come into the pits. I'm not sure if they're doing the one-stop or the two-stop, to be honest. We're going to try the one-stop with Gasly. We might as well. But it's allowing Russell to close in. It's allowing Ricciardo to close in. It's allowing Leclerc to close in. They're almost within that 2-second gap. They are on the hard tyres, granted. So they are on better tyres than us. And it's just a matter of when do we switch to those hard tyres? What point in the Grand Prix do we? Magnussen putting in a strong stint. You can see Verstappen came out way ahead of him. But Magnussen should be scoring points. Tyre wear warning from Gasly. We know it's not the greatest. He's got Russell right behind. But give us a few more laps and then we'll pit you in. And we should be able to make that one-stop strategy work as Russell breezes past. Stay in his DRS. Have him tag you along just for a little bit. I think we have to pit him. We have to pit him. He is struggling. He does have minor gearbox issues, I think, as well. Yeah, so he's got a bit of a gearbox issue. But we'll get through this Grand Prix. Chuck on the hards. We're going to try that one-stop strategy with Pierre Gasly. Just stay with Russell this lap. Get that DRS, so you should be okay. But he's taken these tyres a couple extra laps than we needed him to, which is going to be crucial towards the end of the Grand Prix. Now, I'm not sure if Russell's doing a one-stop or what's going on. I don't think Verstappen is, because he pitted early for the hard tyres. Magnussen up in a P7. Yes, he has to pit again, though. We have to remember that as he comes out side by side with the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. Gets ahead, but I'm sure it won't be too long before Leclerc gets straight back past him. But I think this is going to be a good race for both drivers. Stays within that DRS of George Russell. Well done. That's exactly what we needed. Stay in it for one more straight. Get that pit stop in. And we'll see if we can make this one-stop strategy work for Gasly. It'll be interesting to see where he actually comes out compared to the rest of the grid. So he got that DRS. He can use that down this straight. And now he's coming into the pits. So Pierre Gasly into the pits, following George Russell. George Russell into the pits as well. Look at that. Perfect timing. Magnussen down in P7. Basically just following Charles Leclerc. We don't need to battle him as of right now. Just need him to basically tow us along. Russell coming down in the pits. Gets out way ahead of us, quite obviously, because he was in first. But Verstappen in P1. Sainz P2. Bottas, Russell, and then Gasly. Russell on a set of mediums. I don't know if he can take those tyres to the end of the Grand Prix. He might be able to. But if we push, stay in his DRS, that would be absolutely crucial. So we're trying to push, get in his DRS. Oh, he's going to pull away with Bottas. They're going to do a team game. Ah, they've pulled away. They've pulled away. They've done us. Mercedes have done us. Come on. Catch the Mercedes, lads. There we go, Leclerc. There you go. Drag us along. Drag us along. This is exactly what we need. He's pulling us back up to the Mercedes, boys. So go lighten the tyres, and they'll get to the end of the Grand Prix. Just follow Charles Leclerc. No point in fighting him. He's going to drag us along. Look at him. He's closing that gap to the Mercedes, hovering around the 1.5 second gap. I tell you what, we're almost there. Oh, we were so close. We've actually lost track to Charles Leclerc. That's a little bit annoying. We're going to go deploy, try and gain that spot back, because if he gets up to the Mercedes before... Oh, shit. We've lost out. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Come on, Gazzy. You need to do it. Ah, we've lost out. We've lost out. We messed up. Oh, my days. We can't get in the DRS range. Shit. 17 laps to go. Can the medium runners make it? I don't think they can. I truly don't think they can. Gazzy should be all right. Verstappen and Sainz should be all right. Bottas, Leclerc, and Russell, I do think are going to have to pit again. If not, they're going to be struggling on their tyres later on. We need to be careful of Gazzy's fuel. But he is closing into Bottas. Bottas has lost track to Leclerc, so he is struggling on his tyres. Gazzy in P6. Magnussen in P8. We could be in for a good point scoring position, but we have to pit Magnussen again. Now, there is a 12-second gap to the cars behind who are on the same wear as us on the hard. So maybe they have to pit again as well. But I guess we'll find out, because there's only 16 laps. Some cars are going to risk it and try and get to the end on these hards. Leclerc and Russell are in. Ricciardo's in. Okay, so they did have to pit. I mean, Magnussen has to pit as well. Gazzy's going to stay out. He's right behind Bottas. I'm sure Bottas is going to pit again at some point. So this should be a podium for Pierre Gasly. We're actually sitting behind Bottas, saving up ERS, saving up some fuel. What have they come out on? Leclerc onto the mediums. Russell onto the mediums. They're behind Kevin Magnussen. They've got out ahead of those trainer cars. Magnussen could honestly go onto a set of softs towards the end of this Grand Prix, I think. Maybe we'll put him on a set of mediums just to be sure. Please, a safety car. Oh, my days. It would have been absolutely perfect. I don't think it is. A competitor has crashed, though. Not sure who it is. Perez all the way down in P18. He's having an absolute nightmare. It's Alonso. Fernando Alonso's had an incident. Okay. That's fine by me. But we'll just keep moving and doing our race. Bottas is in. Bottas is into the pits as well. It should be a comfortable P3 for Pierre Gasly. Now, we're going to go a bit more attack mode. Or do we go... Hold on a second.
We just need to push now.
Do we try and hold out these hards to the end of the Grand Prix? 12 laps?
Copy that.
No. We're gonna lose out too many positions. I think we just go attack mode now and then go on to the softs at the very end. Daniel Ricciardo. No. Where's he going to come out? He comes out in P11. So he's got work to do. He comes out ahead of Lando Norris, which is very, very important. But he has work to do in this Grand Prix. We're going to unleash him and see what he can do in the next 9 to 10 laps. Come on, K-Mag. Let's get some points. Gasly's in trouble. Gasly's in big trouble. Oh, my days. Oh, Leclerc is all over the back of him. We might be able to hold him off if we plan it right. We just got to get Magnussen breezed past Lewis Hamilton. It's going to be very easy. It's going to be a P8, I think, the maximum position for Kevin Magnussen. He's not going to do it right now, I guess. He's going to do it next lap. Gasly, on the other hand, he's got Charles Leclerc all over the back of him. Have fun with that one. Oh, my days. We've got Charles Leclerc all over the back. If we stay in DRS, we might be able to take back that P3 or hold on to that P3. For some reason, we can't get past Lewis Hamilton. All right, we'll be a little patient, and we'll do it in the next couple laps. Kevin Magnussen struggling to pass Lewis Hamilton. Should be able to get the move done. We're going to save up some fuel and some ERS to make sure it happens. But, yeah, away goes Charles Leclerc, and we could not stay with him. Too fast. Russell's all over the back of him. Ah, maybe we should have done the two-stop. The two-stop looks like it was the better option. Oh, no, this is going to be stressful towards the end of the Grand Prix. Magnussen's broken that gap, so he's in P8. I think we're going to go harvest, conserve, and we're going to go lighten the tyres, and we're just going to go for a fastest lap on the final lap. So that's the goal for Kevin Magnussen. Gasly has a much tougher goal. He's got to try and hold off George Russell, who's having a go at him around the outside. I'm sure he's going to get the move done very, very soon. He goes down the inside. He gets the move done on Pierre Gasly, but obviously Gasly is going to get the DRS down the next straight. Can we take it back from him? We'll have to see. At least we'll be able to stay with him, hopefully. I think it's going to be a P5. I don't think we have enough beans to stay with George Russell. It's going to be very, very difficult. The tyres are just not there. And we might have to look behind us for Valtteri Bottas, who's charging on those soft tyres. Bottas is going to be the next problem for us. We've got to try and stay with him. Stay with George Russell. You stay with George Russell, you get DRS, you stay away from Valtteri Bottas. Oh, my God. I think we got it. We got it. Yes, we got it. Okay, so we stay with him at least for this lap. This will help us hold off Bottas. I mean, potentially P4 might still be there. Every lap that goes by, it hurts George Russell, but his tyres are going to be fine. The two-stop strategy was the way to do it. It was the way to do it. Oh, my days. We don't have the fuel to be able to push as much as we want to. Magnussen is saving up ERS, saving up fuel. He's going to go all for that fastest lap on the very next lap. We're staying with George Russell for now. Just about. Oh, we're dropping behind. Sugar. All right, Magnussen, on the other hand, he's getting ready to go full beans, and he's going to attack for fastest lap. So, here we go with Kevin Magnussen. Fastest lap incoming, hopefully. Gasly, unable to stay with George Russell. He's dropped down into P5. That is big for Mercedes. Not very good news for us. We wanted to at least beat both Mercedes cars here with at least one of our cars. And away goes George Russell. And Valtteri Bottas might be smelling blood coming on to the final lap of the Grand Prix in a minute. 1.5 seconds behind. We've got to really push with Pierre Gasly to try and stay away. Bottas has closed in to within 1 second. Magnussen trying to steal that fastest lap. Extra point for his team. But Gasly, he's under big threat. He is under big threat here. This is not looking good at all. Magnussen does get fastest lap. Well done. Gasly, he's in a world of trouble. He is in a world of trouble. You got to go full beans here. You can't let him pass. You cannot let him pass, Pierre. Come on. Hold him off. Hold him off. Hold him off. Bottas is going to try and go round the outside. No. No, 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 no. Gasly. Oh, no. Pierre. Come on, Pierre. Try for the overtake. Try and get him back. Go full beans. Oh, I think Bottas has got him. Bottas has got him. Unless Pierre Gasly. Late move. Down the inside. Oh, my days. We almost made contact. Oh, Bottas is going to get the better of us. P6. We messed up on the strategy. We should have went for the two-stop strategy. Ah, that sucks. Magnussen comes home in P8 with fastest lap. We get some points. Ricciardo actually splits both Haas cars. Perez all the way down in P17 after his mistake early doors. Shit. Oh, we could have potentially got a podium there if we got the strategy right, but we got the strategy wrong. Bottas moving up 9 places. Leclerc up 10. Yeah, we messed that one up. We definitely messed that one up. Ah, Pierre Gasly 59 points in the Drivers' Championship. I tell you what, if we somehow get this car up to a race-winning car, he could potentially fight for a driver's title. But I just don't think our car is fast enough for that. Magnussen now up to P8 with 17 points. And you have a look at the Constructors' Battle. We're there with Mercedes, 20 points behind. Question for P2 is not out the window just yet. So if we keep upgrading that car, once that front wing upgrade comes in, and we keep developing, potentially we can fight with those teams a little bit more, and more podiums and race wins will be on the way. But we do already have a race win this season, which is giving us confidence. Research for next season in the chassis has been completed, and we can start designing more parts as well. If you are enjoying this series, make sure you go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.